Hi Flosstube! My name is Amanda May and this is my channel, Ardith Design, where we celebrate all things counted cross stitch, sustainability, and making all the things. And this is Luna Pug, or we call her Luna Moon. Her allergies are acting up. It's summertime here in Maryland. Today is July 28th. 2020. I am filming on a hot, humid, muggy day, but I am happy to report that I have a brand new air conditioner and it is running. And truth be told, I wore a kind of a long sleeve shirt to prove it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am the designer behind ardithdesign.com. And if you are returning, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me today. I have a child napping. I have a child watching other people play video games. I don't understand that. Anyway, I have another child on YouTube Kids. I have a pug kind of snoring here and one that might make an appearance in a little bit. I want to talk to you today about my stitching. I have the announcement for my giveaway winner, a new giveaway, some talk about how I am organizing my threads right now, things that I am all into, and then at the end I'll share a little bit of personal stuff not related to cross stitching if you want to stick around and just chit chat a little bit. So we're gonna get started, and I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who participated in my giveaway that lasted episode 93 and 94. The first question was your favorite thing to watch on TV, your summertime viewing, and then your favorite summertime snack. And it was so fun to read about everyone, what people are watching and what people are eating. And I think the overwhelming majority of people, they love watermelon. So I'm like, yes, please. And everything else sounded equally amazing. And I am happy to report that Vonda won my giveaway. I did the random number. Where's my notebook? So I keep track of everyone. I did the random number, double check that you're a subscriber, and it was Vonda who won. So hi Vonda, yay! She said she's rewatching the Agatha Christie videos, and that's awesome. And oh my goodness, hi sweetie. I got stuff crinkling already. And so yay, I'm gonna be sending out that to you, so get a hold of me. Email me down below. And then for this week, I'm gonna do another giveaway because I just can't help myself. She wants to go after her bone and it makes noise on video, so I'm trying to keep her from finding the bone. Okay, so the giveaway that Vonda won is my patterns, pictures, some thread, and then my Stitching Love and Kindness book. Here she goes. You're on the bobbins, coming with the bone. All right. And then my giveaway for this week, and the theme of my video this week is organizing. So I want to know, do you organize your cross stitch stash? And if so, how do you do it? Do you put it on bobbin, your thread on bobbins, rings? Do you throw it in a drawer and call it a day? Hey, whatever works. Let me know below. Standard rules apply. Be over 18. Don't say giveaway. Please be a subscriber. It really helps my channel, and it really helps me spread and share the joy of cross stitch. You can win your choice. You let me know, either the book Sampler Stitching, which is a notebook to keep track if you are a sampler stitcher. It is like an inventory notebook just for samplers, or you can get my C's and Greetings holiday inventory tracker. Again, cross stitch tracker specifically geared for Christmas / winter solstice stitching. So let me know again if you organize, and if so, how do you do it? Yay! Okay, I do have this pug. She's got this clear bone and it's so loud. So I'm so sorry, friends. Okay, I have stuff to show you of what I stitched this week. And I got a little bit of Happy Meal, so I'm going to show that. I got some Stitching Kindness. I'll show that at the end. But right now I want to show my Happy Meal that I got. I ran, not walked, over to Lindy Stitches on Etsy and picked up her blue-footed booby limited edition bag with corresponding pattern, thread pack, all the things. She sent out that newsletter, and I think I bought this about 7 minutes later. I could not help myself. I couldn't. I have a thing for boobies. You may or may not know I have award-winning boobies. My boobies apiary pattern, which of course I didn't grab it to show you on camera, won first place in the Maryland State Fair last year. And I am excited to add another boobies to my wall. We gotta have them, right? And so I'm excited to stitch the blue-footed boobies dancing. So it came with a fancy floss, but I have got to pull some DMC or order some DMC so I can get started on this. I am very excited. It came with the finishing trims. A couple months ago, I bought a grab bag of the Lady Dot Creates trims, and so oh my gosh, I love her stuff. Lois does a fantastic job. She is out of California and she just does some beautiful stuff. This bag is gorgeous, made by the 805 Stitcher, and I am excited to add it to my collection. Do I have my bag to show you? Did I bring it? Yes, I have my booby bags. This is my fabric, the boobies, and the boobies. It's the little things in life, I tell you. So I got that, and then in case you didn't know how much I love all things like ribbon and accoutrements, so I had to get, and it was crinkling, so I moved it. Now I don't know where I moved it to. Here it is. I found it. I followed her on Instagram, and it is the Monahan Papers. I follow her on Instagram. She's always got some beautiful papers, ephemera, all that stuff. So I went onto her site. I purchased something else, and then I saw that she hand-dyed ribbon, and I'm all about, you know, trying out those ribbons. So I am happy to report that these are gorgeous. I have not used them at all. They're still wrapped in the beautiful wrapping finishing. These are, it's a synthetic fiber. I want to say these are rayon. I got the 4 here for like the Halloween colors, and then I wanted to see this for a Valentine's Day design, Valentine's stuff that I am working on, because in case you didn't know, I love Valentine's Day. So bring on the pink and the red. So I am, oh, and they smell good too. So they're hand dyed, gorgeous ribbon. I bought that. I couldn't help myself. So those are the 2 things, Happy Meal, that came in this week. Yay! All right, the next thing I want to talk about is, yes, I'm going to show it here. The next thing I want to talk about is next week, Thursday, August 6th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So that will be 9 a.m. Pacific Time. That's all I know. I'm going to be hosting a Just CrossStitch live event at noon, high noon, hi! And we're going to be discussing how to transform small ornaments or ornament designs and put them on a bobbin. So we're going to talk about bobbins. I am prototyping some painting and some finishing stuff that we can talk about on camera, so come with your questions. I will do my best to do as many answers as I can, but you know, your bobbins like this, your sewing bobbins, or if you've got craft bobbins, I'm specifically going to be discussing these and how to do cross stitch finishing on bobbins that can double as, you know, little scissor caddies that you put on the top, or double as ornaments that you hang on your tree, whether you have a themed tree or not. I know some of you have purchased white or black trees for the holidays that you are changing out, which is awesome. So I'm going to be discussing bobbin finishing, wood bobbins and plastic bobbins. This magazine is awesome, and I am happy to report that there are there are several Flosstube creators who are in this magazine this year. Awesome. I want to give a shout out to Misty Purcell of Luminous Fiber Arts, Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches. I also want to shout out Aaron. He is the lead designer for Autumn Lane Stitchery, and Cassandra, his wife, who's the model stitcher. So they are in the magazine. Lulu Stitches. Oh, I apologize if I am missing anyone. I know there's a lot. As you can see, I've marked up this magazine. I'm not going to do a full flip through, but I just have to show you Stephanie. I've got her boobies. I got her other bird, her owl pattern, and then this is her grave fellows. Look at that bird. Well, birds, excuse me. But I have to stitch that. Grave fellows. Love it. She also has a Will Scare for candy corn ornament in here. So she has 2 of them. There's just some really fun patterns in here. There's a mixture of small ornament stuff and then larger projects. This one is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. I think it is so cute. Love the color choices. So again, this is the 2020 Just CrossStitch Halloween Magazine edition, and I'll be talking about it next week. Ah, yay! Okay, I am not in this magazine, this issue, but I know people who are living vicariously through them, right? All right, we are going to talk about what I have been stitching this week. I'm gonna move my booby bag here. I've got so much stuff and my pug, so I gotta be all careful on where I put things. All right, the first project that I worked on this week is the Barbara Anna Eagle out of the Summer 2020 Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I finished this one. I don't have it fully finished yet, but I did work on that. I'm doing it with all the called for colors, all the DMC colors, and I love it. I'm happy to report that my border matched up. I've got to put in some more strawberries and fill in the letters, and she is almost done. I am stitching this on a linen. I realized all my stitches this week are all on linens. I don't have any Aida stitching this week to show you. That it just what I pulled, I think. This again, 2 strands of DMC over 2, and this is a 32 count natural linen. I really, really like this piece. I like it so much. It is in my little project bag that my son helped me, and I say help loosely. But we made memories making this bag, and there are just so many mistakes. I just kept adding more and more trims of all the mistakes. But it's this really cute Moda fabric that I got off of kittenstitcher.com. The next thing I worked on, pretty extensively actually, is out of the Home for the Holidays book by Blackbird Designs. I wanted to do this cardinal. It's been on my mind for the last couple years, watching everyone on social media stitch this, and I said, yes, please. I am happy that I am stitching this on a beautiful piece of Zweigart 32 count natural linen with screen printed polka dots. This was given to me by Karen. Hi, Karen. Thank you. She gifted me some fabric, and I absolutely love it. I am almost done with that bird. the cardinal here. I've just got to finish this part of the tail, and I love it. I am doing this with a combination of the called for DMC. I've added some old tattered flag colors, and that is right here, the brown. Here it's the, what is it? What am I using? Hold please. Okay. I'm using for the stem, I'm using rust brown. For his beak, I am using the Sunburst, also by Old Tattered Flag. One of the greens is the Trinway Silk. It doesn't have a name. It's the Harmony 6-strand silk thread, but it does have the number, which is 304. So that's the leaf here. And then the rest, another leaf is a blend of the called for DMC. And then the green and red are the silks. And I am really enjoying stitching with this silk. It is gorgeous. Really, really love it. I'm happy that I'm finally getting over my fear of stitching with silk and just diving in. What's the worst that could happen? I don't like it. Oh shucks, you know, I just need to get over myself. So I'm very excited to have this cardinal almost done, and then I'm going to finish the foliage, and I am going to be stitching. I've decided I'm going to do the whole pattern, and I'm going to do it with the French and not the English. I really like the French that it has. I'm trying to find the picture that has the full. I'm sure you've all seen it. I'm being presumptuous. So I want to have it in French, and then I'm going to add all of this here, and maybe one day I'll frame it after I pay off my air conditioner. Life, adulting, man. I was telling somebody that you know you're an adult when you get excited about buying a new mop to clean your floors with. I was excited when I paid off my college student loans, and the next thing I'm going to be really excited when I pay off this air conditioning unit. I digress. All right, the next project is in my little bag that I made with beautiful lace gifted to me from Diana of It Is Kismet Stitches. This is the Onward Noble Steed Sow, hosted by Lindy Stitches. I thought I ran out of green. For some reason, I'm like, I ran out of green. No, I just put it in the wrong bag. So organizing is something that I realized I really need to do. So that's what we're going to talk about in a minute. But before we talk about organizing your floss, let me show you. I added a little bit more of the variegated blue underneath. She is going to be riding Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. All of you overwhelmingly told me that I better add more to Loch Nessie here. So I'm going to go ahead and add, now that I found the green that I thought I ran out of, I'm going to go ahead and add some more to the body and then the tail. I think I'm going to cut it off about right here where you see the fold in the linen. And then I will turn it probably into a drum and have this be my first drum finish. I'm really excited about this. Some people said, like, how did you rechart and refigure this out? Well, Stephanie sent this out in her newsletter in parts. And so week 1 was the girl and it showed her, but then there was nothing. It was all blank with the graphing, the graphs there, the squares. I went ahead and graphed it out on the existing template that she had. People were asking me how I did that. That's how I did it. All right. The last project that I worked on, no, I have 2 more that I worked on. I didn't get a whole lot done on this project because I had a mistake and I had to go back through and correct it. It is the T is for Time by the Prairie Schooler. Oh, that's U for umbrella, but T is for Time right here. I am using the black is the 3371. The white is Sulky, just using one strand, and then the two colors right here in the clock are also Sulky using one strand. I made a mistake here. I've got to correct, and then I'm going to kind of move forward. All of you with your tremendous feedback, I have decided that I am going to be changing it from T is for time. I'm gonna go ahead and do T is for Time Lord, L-O-R-D, in honor of Doctor Who, which I love. Random fact, I found out that HBO Max has all the episodes starting from Christopher Eccleston, okay? So not the original, but the remake starting with Christopher Eccleston, who was, okay, I'm a millennial, so he was my first Doctor. I know many people would say that David Tennant was their first Doctor, Matt Smith, you know, blah, blah, blah. Christopher Eccleston was my first Doctor. So that's where it starts on HBO if you want to watch the show. I love science fiction, and I feel like a lot of that is reflected in my designs and some of my work that I do. So please know that I'm a little bit of a geek. A lot of a bit of geek. Yeah, okay. So T is for Time Lord. It's happening. And I'm keeping T and for time in my booby bag. I cannot help myself. I can't. The last project that I'm working on, it was also, I had made a mistake and I didn't want to fix it a couple weeks ago when I made the mistake. So I put it away, and then I decided to go ahead and pull it back out again. I have changed it and I've put it in this cosmetic bag because the other cosmetic bag broke. What are you gonna do? This is Fairy Garden. It is the Garden Club series number 11. It's the first and only one that I have stitched out of the Garden Club series. I purchased another pattern, but I'm not in love with it. I'm not going to do that one. Anyway, so far, I am so close to finishing this. I went through, I fixed my mistake right here. And then I went through and I'm adding the like one strand of the red. This has a lot of colors. I'm surprised at how many colors that this little tiny piece has. But there's like 3 different shades of that pink red. And it does add depth and warmth, so I can't complain. It's just taking so long. And that's all right. I am enjoying it. I fixed the mistake so I can move forward. And I think I'm going to add, instead of adding another of the Garden Club series, I'm going to go ahead and add the Hollyhock, or one of the projects from the Sewing Club book from the 2020 Nashville release, and add that over here. Because in cross stitch there are no rules. And Jenny, the long dog stitcher, told me I just need to do it. Just like she told me to plant sunflowers, and I did that. Yes, I did. I have to show pictures of that on Instagram. Falling woefully behind on my life updates. Okay, that's everything I have been working on this week in terms of cross stitch that I can show you. Now, this part of the next program is called Amanda May, you better start organizing your floss. So about 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, I did a preliminary how do you organize your charts show. Now 2 years-ish later, I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser. Let's talk stash organizing. There are the plastic bobbins. I got these. I did not bobbinate these, but I'm gonna have to organize them better in my totes and my stuff. So I want to just show you kind of some of the stuff that I have and how you can't necessarily have a one-size-fits-all for all of your thread storage if you have a lot of it. Many of us have accumulated stuff over time. We've been gifted things. Companies have changed their logos or the die lots. So things can be personal stitching, professional stitching, friend gift stuff, just all the things. So I just want to show you some of the ways that I have been working on organizing my stash and some maybe ideas and suggestions for you. So the first thing was this little cosmetic tote. Don't be afraid to use what you've already got. I was gifted this and it's vinyl and I can see through it and I can hold my stuff, so I'm using it. I'm also using this little caddy that I was gifted. It's like a nail polish caddy. I'm gonna use it to hold stuff. Look, I can put floss, I can put my projects and stuff in here, no problem, and use that. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can use existing organizing stuff for what you already have. With that, I also have, I'm grabbing it, it's somewhere. Okay, my punch needle. I have the dual hoop, the 7-inch and 10-inch dual hoop, but I pulled out my caboodle. Yes, it's like one of the original caboodles too. This is holding my punch needle supplies. So I'm trying to put kind of everything in here. I've got my weaver's cloth, my punch needle, my threads, the specific Sharpie markers that you use to mark your weaver's cloth, and everything in here. And I got a barking dog, I'm sorry. So here again, caboodles are usually for makeup and nail polish. I'm using it for punch needle embroidery. Use what you have. I did want to consolidate all of that together in one spot, so I knew that my needle, my ultra punch, all of that stuff is together. So I'm not looking in 5 different places for it. I was doing that. Okay. I got a barking dog. I got a dog trying to jump down. Got projects everywhere. Do you sense the irony? I'm not organized right now as I'm talking about organization. Okay. I want to also show you, I have these just $1 shoe tubs. They're the shoe containers. I got these at the dollar store. You can find fancy smancy ones at the Container Store, you know, all the places. You can also go like Marshall's, TJ Maxx has really cute ones. I like the clear ones because as a visual person, I like to see what's inside, because if it's tucked away in a box that I can't see what's in, I don't know what's there. And yes, I have a label maker. I could label it, but anyway, these are my professional fancy floss. These are not, I don't use these on my personal projects because these are for designing purposes, not for personal use. So I have those and they're separate. I have them organized. I have them on the big rings. These are the rigid magazine flashcard rings. These are the malleable luggage tags, and what I like about these is that they have twist off for those of you with arthritis or hand issues with pulling and using that. These are really awesome. So I have that again in the dollar bin that I can visually see. Those are all on thread drops, no bobbins. Totally cool. All right, I also have the spools all organized in these little caddies. Now, blessing and curse with this, I need to go through and organize. I made like tiny little bobbins, like with frequent colors that I use in multiple projects, thanks to one of you who suggested that. So I've got to go through and organize my tiny, tiny little bobbins. I don't have those to show you right now. Baby steps. All right, so I'm trying my best to keep all of my colors here color coded. I will say these are for personal and professional use. I don't have 2 separate sets of Sulky, and I'm okay with that right now. So this is like the 12 weight cotton, but then I also have, oh, hold on, sweetie boo, okay? I also have the metallic and the glowy threads here. Oh, fun fact about glowy threads, they're the glow-in-the-dark that you can, the glow-in-the-dark threads, do not iron them. If you iron the glow-in-the-dark threads, they lose their glowy. I had no idea. Fun fact. And then, yeah, the metallics. Super fun. All right, so those are in the caddies here. For the colors that I use a lot of, I got the King spools of the Sulky. I put them in just this little tiny thing. I am quickly outgrowing this because I need to get more spools. If you are doing a big project like Pandemic, the Long Dog sampler, I mean, it's huge. If you're doing huge projects and you're doing like one color projects, these spools are the way to go because they're 330 yards versus the 50 yards. I love these big ones also for punch needle. Oh my gosh, game changer. So that's what I've been using the big ones for, are mainly for punch needle. This is my favorite color that I've been using recently. Oh my gosh, it's called Summer Garden. I love it so much. It's like a variegated. DMC Color Variations has one similar to this, but this one is 4127. Love it. And that's for punch needle. So again, quickly outgrowing this, but I visually can see what's in there. Now, DMC bobbin storage. There are several different floss bobbin options, and so I wanted to show you some of the collection that I have. This is all for personal stitching. This is not, the DMC here are not professional DMC. I do not have any professional DMC. Anyway, for a myriad of reasons, one of which is that I am not big and important enough for DMC to notice me, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, I have that sounded really pessimistic. I'm so sorry. I love DMC. This is all personal. Okay, these are on like the plastic bobbins, and then they're numbered with a label maker, and then the label and the numbers are going vertically down. So I have that. I also started organizing. I have these in, they're all in the cardboard cards, and then they've been marked with just pencil. So if you say you run out of the bobbin and you don't want to replace it, but you want to keep using the bobbin, you just erase the pencil and move forward with that. So that's on the cardboard bobbins. Then I am working on my current, oh, and then these bobbins, these are a lot bigger. These I got at a thrift store, so I wanted to show you the difference. And these do not fit in the typical ones, but they're look like they'll fit in a tackle fishing box. Whole nother thing. Okay, and then my little ones are helping me right now bobbinate, and I am using, so these are what we've done so far. I'm using my Dymo label maker. It's horizontal, the number, and I am using a bobbin winder, and the kids love it. They're helping me, and I'm like, yes, thank you. And I received the gift of Stitchy Kindness from Allie. Thank you, Allie. She sent me a bag of these, and they're floss keys. And so they're designed differently, but they are plastic. So they have the little punch there. So you start, for those of you, it's got this where you can start your bobbin here, and then you can wind it. I want to say that so far I really like these plastic ones, and from a tactile perspective, they're really nice. And what I've realized too is that when you're opening this plastic component to secure the thread, these cardboard ones over time, if you're opening and closing them, they can get really shabby and like lose their ability to hold on to your ends over time because they're cardboard, but they're awesome. And these are way more affordable than these. I was gifted these, thank you again. But there's so many different options. I know several people who have been stitching now for decades who say they are no longer doing bobbins and they're doing all thread drops, which is awesome. Okay. Awesome. I am doing this for my own, so I can look and see the numbers and have them all the numbers in a row. I was also inspired to do this organizing after seeing Jen from Jen's Stitching Niche. She is a university professor and Etsy store shop owner. She's down in Mississippi. She was showing her, she has a complete set of DMC and she has them all in bobbins, on bobbins, except for her extras that she says she doesn't bobbinate until they're all ready. So Jen inspired me. So what I have been doing is I'm going through my threads. I'm looking, I've made sure that they're organized all by number here. It's all organized. And then I'm going through and pulling like this, all of these here, if they're in, you know, dollar store pencil case here. I'm going through and pulling colors and going, okay, $5.50. Do I have it? Is it already on a bobbin? Yes. Okay, set it aside. I'm not going to re-bobbin second one. I'll put it aside. So my hope is that the only skeins that I have loose and not bobbin that are DMC are duplicates. That's my hope. We will see what happens. I have this and one other pencil case filled with DMC that I need to organize. I am not going to oh, my other thing, I'm not going to do the satins and the metallic DMCs. I'm not going to do that. Those will stay separate. But I have this case here, and I have a large plastic fishing tackle box. So I hope they'll all fit and all be organized from there. This thread winder thing I got at a thrift store. I think I paid $1 for it, but I know that some companies still make them. So you attach it, you put this, and then you wind it. So that's been fun. That's my talk, little stumbling discussion of thread organizing. Do what you feel comfortable with. It's an evolving process for me. As you see, I have projects. I have lots of stuff happening, and that's okay. All right. I am going to talk about personal stuff now. So no longer talking about cross stitch. If you want to skedaddle, I would say thank you. If you want to stick around, that's cool too. And so let's talk a couple personal things. All right. Thank you all for your well wishes about the upcoming academic school year and homeschooling my children. I appreciate all of your nice and constructive feedback. I have been working a lot on getting my curriculum and book lists and ordering books and pulling free resources as I can for the upcoming school year. The Museum of Folk Art, the Museum of International Folk Art, the Smithsonian Institution all have free lesson plans for elementary and high school age children. Native Vote, which is, you know, get out the vote for Indian nations. They put out from the National Congress of American Indians. They have some free resources too. 2020 is a big year in terms of the census, and it's a voting year, and we're going through all of this other stuff. So I want to try to convey all of this stuff to kindergarten age children, but we'll see if I make that happen. I have two things to show you that I am all into. All right. The first, I have one already on my key ring, but I wanted to show you the other one that is for my husband. It is a clean key, and it's the safe way to avoid touching surfaces. This thing is so awesome. I put it on my key ring and tested it out. And like, if I need to go to the ATM, you use it. You can hit your PIN number on the ATM instead of using your finger, and you can grab, and it's got a little lanyard. It's really cool. I have it in case I need it, but I'm testing it out on all my doorknobs and stuff, and it's really cool. So I'm all into that. And then I am also working on getting my little classroom set up for the upcoming school year. I follow several craftivists and activists and just awesome people on social media. One particular one that I follow is not stitching related, but she is teaching for justice, and she had like a classroom makeover by one of the classroom makeover TV shows. One of the walls that was featured was some gorgeous artwork, and I investigated further and found out that several of the pieces are available for free through the amplified.org art project. They select certain designers, certain artists, they pay them, but the whole point of Amplified is that it's free for personal use, not commercial use. So I can't sell anything with them, but you can print and download and spread the word, you know, getting out the vote, diversity, all the things. So I went through and I picked out some images, I downloaded them, and then I had them sent off and printed out. And I'm going to frame these, but I haven't framed them yet, but I wanted to show you. They're really cool. I don't know each artist's name, but it's on amplified.org. I will have it down below. I'm not sponsored by them, nothing. This is purely by social media. I found this artwork. My plan is to have an art wall. I'm going to put up cross stitch and my artwork. So it will be a combination of the two. This is, you know, America. The next one is Hope Can Be a Powerful Force. Love that. Let Equality Bloom. The Sun Will Shine. Breathe life back into the world. You are your home. Stay healthy. She can stem, so can you. Find your peace. And this is Grow Compassion. I absolutely love these, and I'm going to be framing them. Again, it's going to be a wall inspired by Teach for Justice, Amplified. I got them printed, if you're a Prime member, and I used the matte, M-A-T-T-E, matte or luster. I want to say it was matte, and it was the 8x10 prints. That's how I ordered them. And then so I'm going to get those all put together and hopefully fully finish some of my cross stitch to put up on the wall. I thought it would be really cool to have that kind of 70s feel, and then have my Blackbird Designs Yellow Submarine put up with alongside it. It hasn't been fully actualized in my mind yet, but I am busy homeschool stuff, designing stuff. I submitted 2 proposals, and we'll see about that. Again, I get rejected a lot. You just keep moving forward. I also submitted a design that will be hopefully published later this year. Fingers crossed. My air conditioning has been fixed as of 11 a.m. today. I am grateful for everything in my life. Thank you all for joining me this week. I really and truly appreciate it. Cross stitch has changed my life, and thank you for being here to be on this journey with me. I want you to remember that you matter, your stitching matters, and I can't wait to come back soon and talk all things counter cross stitch. Take care and happy stitching.